Wow. Don't really know what is happening to our country, Nigerian, of recent, to be frankly speaking to you, my viewers. You see, the way things are happening in this country, I tell you that it is becoming very, very scary on daily basis. We record tragedies, kidnapping, killings, and what have you. In fact, I begin to ask myself, is it true, based on what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have told us, that what the country is facing now it's war and no longer insecurity? Looking at this very news that I'm about broadcasting gives me an insight of what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is talking about, because the news says that it's a bloody night in Awka where two persons were shot dead on the spot. This has to do with a fight between court members, where a particular court is looking for a member of a particular court. This is one of the very big problems we are experiencing in Nigeria, most especially courtism. And even as our federal government has been working seriously to see to the total dismissal of this activity, they keep getting themselves increased in numbers. All right, let us see what the content has got to say to us. All right, it says at least two persons have been shot dead in a lingering court supremacy battle in Awka, the Nigerian and Anambra state capital. The incident occurred on Sunday evening as members of one of the cult groups stormed drinking joints in search of their opponents, and this led to many students running for safety. One of the victims, identified as Owudenjo Anthony Emeka until his death, was a gym instructor in the area and the councillor representing Obeledu town in Aniocha local government area, sources said. The second victim, whose real name couldn't be ascertained as at press time, was simply identified as Saint. A student in the area said the shooting lasted for over 45 minutes as the gunmen rampaged the area in search of rival gang members. The guys that wore masks parked in front of Ndabugu Lodge, Ifite, Aqua. They shot severally before heading to popular Feroz spot, Unizik School Gate, Ifite. They shot sporadically inside the spot, and we saw one dead body on the floor when they left, the student narrated. The student also said that Anthony was shot 4 times in front of his mother, and the assailant waited to ensure that he's dead before leaving the area. Not less than 20 persons have been killed since the clash began in February. Thank you for listening to this news. You see what I'm telling you? In fact, courtism in Nigeria is increasing by the day. Quite increasing by the day. And the youth themselves are not helping the situation. Even as the government on their own side are trying their best to see that this bad group is totally eradicated in our country, they themselves keep getting themselves involved, making the situation to be more perturbed and pathetic. I don't know. See, there is no gain in becoming a part of such a group. There is no gain. Being a part of such group will only bring your end. And it will bring pain and sorrow to your family. It doesn't bring you any pride. It doesn't bring you any greatness. It is wrong. It is wrong. I don't know what the youth are gaining in becoming a part of such a group while going into the university. In fact, the way cultism is increasing in the university is quite alarming. Quite alarming. Whereby the youth will be sent to school to go and study, they will go there and just get themselves involved with unnecessary gangs. Why? For what reason and for what gain? What gain? You see that this reminds me of the very one that happened back there in Delta State University, Abraka, where one of the students was seen hanged on a ceiling fan. Who knows what happened? If he was the one that hanged himself or they hanged him on the ceiling fan. But from the investigation, we discovered that he wasn't the one who hanged himself, but rather they hanged him on the ceiling fan. My dear viewers, I tell you that cultism in Nigeria has gotten to 80%. Do you know that even in our primary schools in Nigeria, we now have cultism? In primary schools, they have seen it to be a very lucrative group. Some people see it as fun. And I still direct my accusation to our leaders as well. Because majority of our leaders, our top leaders, are even the promoters of this group, are even the supporters and sponsors, are members of this group. Some of them are their top leaders. So if these youths can see top people, reputable people, scholars being a member and sponsors of such group, why wouldn't they be encouraged to go deep into it? Why wouldn't they? When they start seeing top scholars, top politicians, professionals, professors, doctors being a part of such a group, why wouldn't they be encouraged to be a part? They will, because they will say to themselves, after all, he is a doctor. After all, he is a professor, and he is still a member and he's still making it. Why won't I? That is what they will say. And that is why I never blamed Professor Wole Soyinka when he said that being the founder of Pirates, he never founded the group to be a deadly group. Not until when the youth hijacked it and turned it into something else in the society. Be it good or bad, a bad group is a bad group, should not be encouraged to come up. Should not be encouraged to come up. It's wrong. Do you understand? It's wrong. So, my dear viewers, I tell you that this is a very painful incident. You can imagine the way the young man was killed. A very painful death. A very painful death. He was not just killed, but he was killed in the presence of his mom. What a painful scenario. And I tell you that it is something that one will hardly forget. Let me hear from you and know what you have to say about all of this. If you're new, deem it fit to leave your comments below the comment section. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated each time we upload any new videos. Thank you.